Hello, procrastinators, and welcome to Akinator. This is a little web genie program thing. Basically, it's 20 questions. It'll ask 20 questions, you answer them, and it'll tell you who you are thinking of. And a billion, trillion, fucking zillion of you have asked me to do a video on this, and I had no idea what to do, because it's just a database with questions saved with answers. It doesn't impress me in any way, it doesn't interest me in any way. And then I thought, holy crap, this is the most superb device for finding the exact opposite of something. You just answer the questions wrong and you'll find the opposite. So today, we're going to find out what the opposite of things are. Right, so first things first, we're going to do the opposite of me, because that's the thing that I can answer properly and truthfully and, thoughtfully. Is your character a female? Well, I'm not a member of the Lady Genderhood, but, so I go, yeah, no. I go, yes, I have to go yes because I'm not. So the correct answer is no, I have to do the opposite, which is yes. There we go. Is your character a singer? I'll ask the audience. No. So therefore, yes. Oh, I'm going to sing. Oh, and do you live in America? I do live in America. I am blonde, completely blonde. Do I live in Romania? Well, we've already said I live in America, so if any sort of contradiction comes up, we're just going to give it a no, that's a contradiction. So it's whatever comes up first, okay? So, no, I don't live in Romania. Is your character famous thanks to Disney Channel? Yes, I am. Does your character have a role in Hannah Montana? I did have a role in Hannah Montana. I was amazing in Hannah Montana. Did your character conquer heaven and hell? Now, you could read a lot into it. I think this is getting quite deep and philosophical. Philosophical indeed. As an atheist, technically I did. Because I have no sort of fear or want of heaven nor hell. So, yes, I did. So, no, I didn't. Am I a fan of... What the fuck is that? What's it? Bayern Munich. What is that? No idea. Yes, huge fan. Colossal fan. Am I a pop punk singer? You're damn fucking right, Genie. I am the poppiest, punkiest fucking singer in the world. They call me Poppy. I have long stockings. I was Pippi. Was it Pippi Longstocking? Poppy Longstocking. Pippi Longstocking? I think it's Pippi. Is your character linked with drugs? Yes. Does your character notice you? No, I never noticed. That's a weird question. That's a weird question, because yes, I do notice me. So no, I'm very aware. I am Miley Cyrus. Apparently there's no picture of Miley Cyrus. The opposite of me is Miley Cyrus. Oh, there you go. It works. So that was, to be perfectly honest, I was thinking Miley Cyrus. So let's find out someone else. Now, because I am a sciencey sort of person, I have to do this backwards and see if the process can be reversed. So we now have to work out the opposite of Miley Cyrus to see if that comes back to me. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Is your character a girl? Miley Cyrus is a girl, so therefore the answer is not a girl. I'm not a girl, that's correct. We're doing well, we're going well. Is your character a singer? Miley Cyrus is a singer, I'm not a singer, therefore no. Going very well. Does your character live in America? I think Miley Cyrus must live in America. I don't live in America. Therefore, no. We're doing fantastically. Is your character Swedish? Miley Cyrus isn't Swedish. Therefore, I am Swedish. So, yes. Does your character personally know you? Miley Cyrus doesn't know me. I do personally know me. So, yes. Does your character have the same... What? Does you and your character have the same grandparents? Miley Cyrus doesn't have the same grandparents as me. I have the same grandparents as me. So, yes. This is getting weird. Is your character as old as you are? Miley Cyrus isn't. I am. So, yes. Is the character's first name the same as yours? Yes. Is your character Polish? Miley Cyrus isn't Polish. I am Polish. Therefore. But that's a contradiction, because already I said something else, didn't I? I think I did, so I click no for that one. This might work. Is your character from Finland? Miley Cyrus isn't from Finland. I therefore am from Finland. Yes. Is your character using Akinator right now? Miley Cyrus? I don't know. She may be. I'm gonna hazard a guess at... Hang on, I'll check her Twitter feed. No, Miley Cyrus currently isn't. She says she's doing some Miley Cyrus related things. So, no, so I can click yes. I think I did click yes, good. I nearly fucked that up. Is your character in a parody? Miley Cyrus is in a fuck ton of parodies. I am not in parodies, therefore, no. Is your character checks? No, because we've already had thingy. Did we? I think we did. I don't know. Does your character have twins? Miley Cyrus definitely has twins, as far as the internet keeps telling me, so I don't. Does your character fear lava? Miley Cyrus fears lava. I am a brave adventurer type, so no, I do not fear lava. Is your character from South India? We've already done that one. Can skip it, therefore, I'm thinking of you! You see, it works. So therefore, this is a completely, fully functional system that works every single time. I'm quite surprised it did work. I can't believe that worked. Holy shit, what have I discovered? Huh. So therefore, okay, I am the opposite of Miley Cyrus. That is now scientifically proven. Let's do some other people and see what we get. Okay, now we can work out absolutely anything, pretty much. Let's go for the opposite of J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter books in front of me. J.K. Rowling. Is your character a woman? No, because the opposite of J.K. Rowling wouldn't be a woman. No, we're sort of aiming for someone who's a bad writer. That's what we're looking out for. Someone who's a bad writer, and then we know this system still works. Is your character a singer? Well, J.K. Rowling is not a singer, therefore the opposite of J.K. Rowling is a singer. Is your character currently more than 30 years old? I don't know how old J.K. Rowling is. I have absolutely no idea. I assume she's more than 30 years old. Well, the Harry Potter books are 10 years old. She didn't write when she was 20, so yes, so therefore no. Is your character American? J.K. Rowling is not American, therefore yes, our character is American. Is your character a TV series? J.K. Rowling not, therefore opposite yes. Does your character appear in Austin and Ally? Yes. Is your character in love with a man? J.K. Rowling, I have fucking no idea whatsoever, so don't know. Does your character have brown hair? I don't know what J.K. Rowling's hair looks like. I assume she looks a lot like What's-Her-Face, who killed black hair with the fum. You know the one I'm thinking of, fum, the evil witch lady. Just fum, fum. No, fuck it. I don't know. Again, I don't know. This is going to get bad. Does your character like to tease others? Well, she likes to kill off people I love! So, yes. So, no. Does your character play in a SM League? The fuck is SM? Smash Mothers. It's like Smash Brothers, but it's all the mother characters in games, so it's Big Boss. All the mother characters in video games. It's not many. J.K. Rowling probably doesn't, so therefore, yes, our person does. There we go. The opposite of J.K. Rowling is Austin Moon. Whoever the shitting fuck that is. I've had a look on Wikipedia, and it's someone who has never written a book, therefore a bad writer. The system still works. Okay, so now we've done me, Miley Cyrus, and J.K. Rowling. The next person we're pointing science in the direction of will... Let's not do a person. No, because we can do anything with this. Let's do the board game Scrabble. Yeah. Let's see what the opposite of Scrabble is, because if you know what Scrabble is, it's that big board with letters, and you take it in turns to put down words, and it's sort of a build your own crossword sort of thing, and it's played by people who are at least 9 million years old. You know the one. It's from the very dawn of man. It's like dinosaurs, cave painting, Scrabble. That's the order. Is your character a woman? Scrabble doesn't really have a gender, so we're going to go don't know here, because if it has no gender, therefore it is all genders, and we don't have an option for all genders. Is the opposite of Scrabble real? The opposite of Scrabble would not be real, because Scrabble is real. So, no, the opposite of Scrabble is not real. Does Scrabble wear clothes? No. So therefore the opposite of Scrabble must wear clothes. This is logic. This is complete logic. Male? No, we don't know. I'm sorry, we can't ask these questions. Is your character from Pretty Little Liars? I don't know. There may have been a Scrabble scene. I've not seen Pretty Little Liars, so there may be some Scrabble going on in there. So I don't know the answer to that one, so don't know. Has Scrabble discovered something? I'd say yes. I'd say that Scrabble has discovered the fact that I fucking hate Scrabble. So let's go no for that. So the opposite of Scrabble must therefore have not discovered something. Has Scrabble killed humans? I'd say, do you reckon anyone's been killed with a Scrabble board? I think someone must have been killed, like even accidentally. Like there must be at least one Scrabble-related death recorded in the history of man. That's just got to have happened. Like, statistically, with the amount of people and the amount of Scrabble boards, the Venn diagram of people Scrabble board to in the middle death, there's got to be at least a few people. So yes, Scrabble has killed people. So the opposite of Scrabble hasn't killed people. So no. Is Scrabble happy? Deep. I don't know. It really doesn't have any emotion. I'm going to go for don't know on that one. Does your character especially appeal to children? I would say Scrabble has a wonderful appeal, because I always wanted to play it when I was a kid, because it has all the little squares, and you put all the squares in, and that looked fun, and then you actually play the game, and it's not. I'm lying, because I love Scrabble, but I'd say maybe not especially. I'd say especially appeals to more the older people, so no for this one. So we're going to go for yes for that. Does Scrabble talk about games? Again, slightly tricky wording on the question. It technically is a game, so anything it could say with its language of itself is about games. So yes. So no. Although the word talk is definitely in there, so no. Scrabble doesn't talk about games, it just is a game. So yes, the opposite of Scrabble will talk about games. Does your character have legs? Weird question. Who the fuck does... Oh, you. No, Scrabble doesn't have legs, so the opposite of Scrabble, yes, would indeed have legs. Is your character a Pokemon? Scrabble is not a Pokemon. I've not seen some of the newer ones. I've seen a fucking ice cream and a keychain. It may be a Pokemon at this stage. But no, I don't know if it is. So no, I don't think it is a Pokemon. So yes, the opposite of Scrabble is a Pokemon. Does your character bother you when you're having a meal? Oh, you look bothered. Yes, I would say Scrabble is fantastically bothersome if you're trying to eat a meal. So no, the opposite isn't bothering you. Does your character produce electricity? No. Scrabble, not known for producing electricity, as far as I know. So the opposite, yes. Scrabble. So the opposite of Scrabble will produce electricity. Does your character really exist? I think we've been through this. No, Scrabble doesn't really exist. So yes. No, yes, Scrabble really exists, so no, the opposite wouldn't exist, so no. I'm confused. Is your character part of the second generation of Pokemon? Scrabble is definitely not part of the second generation of Pokemon, so yes, the opposite of Scrabble would be. Does your character always walk barefoot? Well, Scrabble has never walked anywhere, and if it did, it wouldn't go barefoot, it would have shoes on. I believe Scrabble is very much the sort of person... He would wear loafers, surely. Scrabble would be a loafery sort of person. So, no. So, yes. Is your character legendary? Scrabble is legendary. Fuck all of you who disagree. Scrabble is legendary. So, yes, Scrabble is legendary. So, no, the opposite of Scrabble wouldn't be legendary. There you go. The opposite of Scrabble is Ampharos, which is a Pokemon. Which is weird, because you don't get the little E with a blob over it in Scrabble, so... Okay, so we'll just do one more of these to prove this science right. We are going to do... I don't know, I never planned anything. We will do a Lego minifigure of the Queen. Let's work out what the opposite of a Lego minifigure of the Queen would be. Right, is your character a woman? The Queen, even in Lego form, very much a lady, so no, not it would be a man, the opposite. Is your character real? The Queen, very much real. A Lego minifigure of the Queen, I believe, does exist, so therefore, no, the opposite must be fictitious. Is your character a human being? Now this is difficult, because no, the Lego minifigure is not a human being, it just sort of looks like one. So... no, it's not, so therefore, yes, the opposite would be. Is your character American? The Queen is not American! How dare you suggest it? So the opposite, yes, would be American. Does your character belong to an animated cartoon? A Lego minifigure of the Queen? Now, she may have had a cameo role in the Lego movie. A little cameo just popped in there. So, yeah, maybe. I don't know. There was a lot of little minifigures in there. You never know. I don't know if it's a real one, but it may be. I hope it is. There's one in the Hamleys in London. Or was that a big one of the Queen? Oh, there's a big Lego thing of the Queen. Oh, yeah. I wonder if there's a little Lego... You could just make a Lego minifigure of the Queen. I don't know. I'm going to click don't know for that one. Does your character wear a mask? The Queen doesn't wear a mask. I'm talking about the current Queen, not Liz 10. I'm talking about Liz 2, I believe. So, no, she doesn't wear a mask. So, yeah, therefore, yes, does wear a mask. Is your character associated with spiders? The Queen... I don't believe is known for corgis, not spiders. Corgis are essentially the opposite of spiders, because you see a corgi, you go, oh, you see a spider, you're like, ah! More legs as well. So, no. So, therefore, yes. Is the Queen a Lego minifigure of the Queen a photographer? No. No, she's Lego. So, yes. There we go. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. The opposite of a Lego minifigure of the Queen is Spider-Man. And on that note, I will bid you farewell from New Science. Ta-ra.
Enter the domain of the Nerd3. Videos dropping from above like bird poo. Enter the domain of the Nerd3. Videos dropping from above like bird poo.